Hello, I'm Dr. Sam and this is Dr. Sam's Health. Today I'm making another installment of my personal body transformation diary. If you remember, 8 weeks ago I started it and then I weighed slightly over 100 kilos, had pretty high body fat percentage, and I started my journey and I promised you that I would be making these videos every 2 weeks. And today is not an exception. 2 weeks ago, I reported having lost 30 pounds in just 6 weeks, which was a great result. And this past 2 weeks were a little bit rocky. I haven't lost that much weight or as much as I expected or hoped to lose. But first things first, I will use the same structure as in my previous videos, so I'll start with what I've been doing in the past 2 weeks. Generally speaking, I've been following the same nutrition plan with slight modifications. First of all, I have been following my low carb diet. I've been eating once a day, so effectively it was intermittent fasting. And also, I slightly increased my caloric intake. I've been counting my calories, and if around 2-3 weeks ago I've been consuming approximately slightly less than 1,000 kilocalories per day. In the past 2 weeks, I've been consuming between 12 and 1400 calories per day, which is a slight increase, but I think it played a role. Another aspect of my nutrition was that I had a couple of dinners with friends when we would go to restaurants, and interestingly enough, I always have very low carb meals, like for example a steak, something that should not have any carbs, and usually the side is something like salad or asparagus or green beans, something that has minimal amounts of carbs. But unfortunately, I noticed that every time I dine out, I have some sort of a slowing down of my weight loss, no matter what I eat there. I've got a couple of explanations. One of them is hidden carbs. So sometimes they marinate things, they use special dressings that taste very, very well, but at the same time they contain some unacceptable amounts of carbs. Another explanation is that I simply miscalculate the amount of macronutrients that I consume when I'm in a restaurant, and I cannot tell how much of steak I had, how many ounces were there, how much of salad I consumed. Maybe it was too much. Again, there is nothing you can do about it other than just like skipping restaurants completely, which is in many cases just unacceptable. So I've done it maybe twice in the past 2 weeks, and both times I noticed some slowing down in my weight loss. Another thing that I've added in the past 2 weeks was the third training day. I used to have 2 resistance training exercise days, and I added the third one, which is composed mostly of big compound movements such as pull-ups, chin-ups, deadlifts, and clean and presses. I started with very, very low weights, but it's a very interesting experience in general. First of all, since I'm consuming quite low amounts of calories, it's a little bit difficult to work out during this day. And on the other hand, I noticed that this physical exercise actually slowed down my weight loss too, for multiple reasons. First of all, when you work out, your muscles, they tend to retain water just because they become more metabolically active. You build a little bit of muscle, your weight loss usually slows down when you start working out heavily. And in general, my workout intensity has been increasing gradually over the course of the past 8 weeks. I started with very low weights, with just 2 training days a week, and these weights were gradually going up to some more or less serious weights. They're actually still far from that. Plus, I added the third day, and I'm gradually increasing the weights there too. So, what are my results? Results are a bit pathetic. I've lost only 4 pounds. Again, for majority of people, losing 4 pounds in 2 weeks would be kind of a decent number. I know that I could have done better. I was hoping to lose around 7-8 pounds, to be honest, and I've lost only half of this amount. Am I plateauing? The answer is definitely no. The reason for that is I would be plateauing if I would be doing the same stuff and my weight loss stopped out of the blue without any apparent reason. In this particular case, my weight loss has not stopped completely to begin with. I still have lost 4 pounds and I still have lost 34 pounds in total, which is already an achievement on its own. But most importantly, I can identify several reasons, at least 3, for my weight loss slowdown. Number 1 is potentially including more carbs, potentially hidden carbs in these restaurant meals. Second, I have increased my caloric intake and I'll have to decrease it in the weeks to come. And I have introduced the third workout day. So this is apparently enough to actually slow down your weight loss. As a side note, I would like to make a very quick observation. I would like to emphasize the fact that I've been following my low carb nutrition plan. There was not a single day when I would have more than 17 grams of carbohydrates per day, and on average I've been consuming less than 10 grams per day. So my diet was definitely a very low carbohydrate diet. Also, my diet was effectively an intermittent fasting variant when I would be eating just once a day. So I had like 22-23 hour long fasts between my meals. So the only difference was adding a little bit of exercise, which just shows that adding exercise actually slows down your weight loss progress. I'll make a special video about this, I promise. Actually, the next one will be about that. The main point I'm trying to make is the fact that even if you're following low carb diet, even if you're following intermittent fasting, you have to be in caloric deficit. And as soon as I reduced this caloric deficit, where I went from less than 1,000 kilocalories per day to 1,400 kilocalories per day, my weight loss slowed down significantly. Aside from weight loss, a couple of other observations. First of all, my workout intensity has increased, though it's a little bit difficult to actually increase your workout intensity while being on a very low calorie diet. Another observation is related to body measurements. Pretty much I've lost another inch in my waist, which is very nice. Now I can wear some clothes that I was not able to wear, say, a month ago. And I actually have several piles of clothes that I stacked up, and I've got a plan to wear them in September and be able to wear certain clothes in November. And I'm quite ahead of my schedule in this department because I just yesterday I tried some November clothes and I was able to put them on, like pants and so on. So the weight loss is happening, people are noticing it. Again, people asking how I'm feeling, the answer is still the same. Not particularly enthusiastic or energetic, but you know, I've got my goal, I'm set on it, and we're moving in the right direction. Maybe not as fast as I'd love to. So speaking of the next 2 weeks, my plan is to follow the same nutritional regimen. I will definitely not change my workout routine. I already added the third day. I will keep working out 3 times a week. In terms of nutrition, I will definitely focus on reduction of my caloric intake, and I will try to make my diet very low calorie diet, which means that I'll consume less than 800 kilocalories per day, or at least less than 1,000. So that was my plan. My expectation is to lose several more pounds. I hope that I will be able to lose 6 more pounds and I will hit this psychological milestone of 40 pounds of total body weight loss. I don't really care much about my body fat percentage because pretty much every single device I use to measure it is failing or producing definitely incorrect results. So that was it for today. I hope that my personal body transformation affects you in a way. Hope that it inspires you. You are my motivation effectively right now because I hope that there are people following me, and if I let myself down, I will let you down too. So if you like my videos, if you like my channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, ask your questions, leave comments. I receive a lot of comments through personal communications, but I would appreciate having them on my YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to check out my website, Dr. Sam's Health. transformativeReport.com. We've got quite a few tools. We've got a new page which is called Toolbox that allows you to calculate number of things that would be very helpful for your personal body transformations. Also, we've got all my blogs with all my videos and a number of other things on this website that I hope would be helpful for you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. All the best.